survivors, this is the video wrapping up after Removing the Blame monthly series. And this is Lou Hughes, our Y leadership meteorologist.
What's going on? What's going on?
So we are just so excited about what has taken place in the atmosphere. We have helped so many survivors today remove the blame. So take it away.
You got to be there. Look, we shared 5 things today. You're going to see it on the video. I think people have been blessed. This is not about motivating you and get you rah-rahed up for a Saturday or one moment in time. We want you to be motivating yourself. So what you do when we're not around is just more important as you arriving at that. See, that's what we're giving to people. So I hope you watch the video. I hope you get excited. 5 steps for overcoming the blame. That's right. Look at the screen. 5 steps for overcoming self-blame. We're not just talking about blaming others. We really want you to get better. We want you to be helped. We want you to get the best out of yourself. And you really can't do that unless you stop blaming yourself for what happened. And as you can see, we're here to help you to do that. Now, what I want to do is put something on the screen for you. Blame. First, we got to understand that self-blame is the ultimate, literally the ultimate emotional abuse. You can Google this, but think about it. You blaming yourself is far more powerful and incriminating than someone else talking about you and blaming you for the situation. That you can eventually get over, but it's hard to get over. You continue to torment yourself day after day after day and blaming yourself for what happened. I want you to take a look at what blame really is. First of all, blame leaves you blind to your beliefs. Blame leaves you lifeless and lost. Blame is abusive. It affects you mentally and it exploits you. And I want to break each one of those down and put pretty much an action item for you to be able to see how really this not only affects you, but what you can do about it. Because really, you can't move forward at all if you continue to blame yourself for what happened each and every day. This can apply to anything, but until you figure out a way to take action and move forward and stop blaming yourself for the situation you're in, you'll always be tormented. You'll always revert back. It'll be a continuous cycle each and every day. You'll revert back to the old you that you're trying to get away from. Today, I hope we can break those chains. So let's take a look at the first one. And let's try to see if we can remove the blame and move forward to a better life. Now, self-blame is one of the most toxic forms of emotional abuse. It amplifies our perceived inadequacies, whether it's real or imagined, and it paralyzes us before we can even begin to move forward. We typically hear a great deal about loving kindness and faith, especially Christianity. But while we are commonly counseled to extend loving kindness to others, we often fail in first to extending it to ourselves. That frequently comes in the form of self-blame. Do you understand what I'm talking about? You're your number one enemy. You are the number one enemy in your life when it comes to overcoming a challenge that you have. Today, I want you to take action. That's really what it comes down to. You can't move forward until you take action and start saying, you know what? I am going to change my belief system. I am not who they say I am. I am not who I thought I was. I am who I am going to be. And you got to start living in not only the here and now, but you got to be living with the expectation that you're going to be where your dreams and goals are in the future. You have to start living as if it is right now. Now, second, yourself, as much as anyone else in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection more than anything. One factor that significantly contributes to your system of self-blame is a failure to recognize our own humanity. Now, we are on one hand perfect beings. On the other hand, we are very much human beings. We may be perfect in spirit, but not so perfect in the physical. We make mistakes. I think sometimes we blame ourselves as if we're not human, as if we're never going to make a mistake in life. Well, guess what? We are, and we can't blame ourselves and continue to put ourselves in prison because of our past. We have to move forward. We have that key to unlock that gate, and we have the ability to move outside of those walls and to be a better life and be in a better life. We hold that key. Take a look at this. Now, this is funny. When we realize that the world that we created around us did not live up to our illusionary ideal of what we often think that is our fault and our responsibility, that we're to blame, once we get over that, our failure is not into the ability to recognize we had part of the responsibility, but to realize everything is not going to be our fault. We can't misassign the responsibility and take for granted that we are the people that blame. Sometimes we just made some mistakes and we find ourselves in the wrong situation at the wrong time. And guess what? Once it's over, it's over. We got to move on. We got to figure out a way to get out of that situation. And it's not going to happen by osmosis. We got to take action. Look, I got a question for you. What happens if we're not perfect? I mean, what is perfection? I mean, what are we comparing it to? Are we going to be less than Joe, less than Sally, less than John? I mean, seriously, are they perfect? That's the question I would ask yourself. When you're comparing, who are you comparing it to? Look, if God forgave you, if God allowed you to live to see another day to move forward, surely you can forgive yourself. You see, I got something for you. Imperfection is not an obstacle. It's just an opportunity. Your scars are not just imperfection. They're an opportunity. They're an opportunity to be better than you were before. You have to look at it that way. So you don't have time to be blaming yourself. You don't have time to be having a pity party. You got to move on. You got a testimony inside of you that's trying to get birth to move out. And you got to do something about it today. Now I want to point out 5 steps in overcoming self-blame. Blame really leaves you with blinded beliefs. See, you could have a blinded belief about who you really are, what you really are, and where you're really going. And you have to counteract that and cancel that, because it's all about you to change your belief system. See, I want you to take action and change your belief about the situation to lessons you have learned and wisdom you have gained through the experience. See, you can even look at it two ways. You can take that same situation, change the belief about what you were to who you want to be. And then you can take action and become who you really want to be. There's two ways you can look at it. You can either fight yourself each and every day and blame yourself for what you've done, or you can fight to change yourself into who you want to be. It's a belief system. You can believe you're bad, or you can believe you're going to get better. You can believe you're horrible, or you believe you're on your way to your happiness. You can believe whatever you want to believe, but guess what? Whatever you believe is what's going to become your reality in your life. But first, you got to take action to change that belief system. And see, second, blame can leave you lifeless and lost. Yes, you have to accept responsibility, but not to repeat reliving the torment that is always going to keep you lost. You have to give yourself a chance by focusing on the goals and dreams and aspirations of where you want to be. You don't have time to think about what you did. You don't have time to be focused on what happened. You got to be focused on making it happen. You see, there's a difference. You can either be focused on what just happened, or you can be focused on making it happen. The question is, what are you? You don't have time to be blaming yourself. You just don't have time to be living in the past when the present, Present, stands for two things. The present is waiting on you in the future. But you got to start acting as if you have it now. God already gave it to you. All you got to do is believe. Now, blame can cause you to abuse yourself far more than anyone else can. So you have to become aware. What I want you to do is become aware and accountable of what thoughts, ideas, emotions, environmental surroundings cause the onset of that blame. See, you need to get a hold of when you're feeling that way. And then you got to arrest those thoughts. And what you really have to do is you have to become aware when those thoughts come in. You have to volunteer your own self to help to do something to make yourself feel better. Let me put it another way. The best advice I could give you is once you become aware you're feeling that way, here's a good idea to change your situation. You either got to remove yourself from the environment. You can either volunteer to help others by using your testimony to prevent them from going through, or you can say affirmations that cause you to counteract the negative thoughts. Why abuse yourself every single day when you can use yourself to change your life? Let me say that again. Why abuse yourself every single day when you can use yourself to change not only your life but somebody else's? You can't spend time on both sides of the fence. You either spend all your time thinking about what you did and abusing yourself each and every day, or you can think about the experiences, the emotions, the things you went to help other people as well as yourself get out of that situation. The question is, are you still feeling like you're in the test and reliving it, or are you trying to create a testimony? Really, it's all up to you. Are you blaming, or are you trying to go beyond to realize that there's a testimony out there that you can share with everybody else to make them get over the problems that you've been having? There is a choice you have to make. 4, I want you to sit back and think about and appreciate what you went through. What do I mean by that? Look, there's an appreciation if you can flip the script and change your belief system so you can appreciate that you have made it. You have overcome. I want you to take some time right now and write down 3 things that you see that is positive. I want you to post it up. That way when negative thoughts come in your mind, you start thinking about things that happened to you. I want you to focus on the 3 things that came out of your situation that is a positive. Take time to do that right now. And then you will never have to continue the mental abuse that you put in and day out by reliving the blame. And number 5, blame can exploit you. There are 2 definitions to exploitation. There's a noun and a verb. The noun is positive, but the verb focuses on continuing to exploit yourself by reliving, continuously reliving day in and day out the negative part of what happened to you. Oh my goodness, it's a travesty to continue to beat yourself up over what has happened when you probably had no control over someone's actions towards you. But now you have an opportunity to take action and to take yourself out of that situation and to help others. Look, this is Lou Hughes, Chief Leaderologist in Houston, Texas. Look, I want you to have a better life. There is no sense in living, playing the blame game that leads to shame. You have an opportunity right now to get out of your situation. But the question is, are you going to act, take action? Are you going to accept responsibility? Are you going to become aware of the abuse that you have and become aware of the times that you're abusing yourself? And are you going to appreciate the fact that you went through something and be absolute about not exploiting yourself day in and day out? I think you're going to choose the right decision. Let's make it happen. Lou Hughes, Chief Leaderologist in Houston, Texas, signing off. Look, and next month is removing the anger. Look, it's going to be crazy. You're going to leave here with tips. Not only are you going to be able to get help yourself, but you need to come so you can help others. Imagine being able to go and not just motivate yourself on Saturday, but being motivated to yourself on Monday. That's what we want to get you to do. Alyssa, tell them what they're going to learn next month.
Next month is removing the anger. You're going to learn how to release the anger so you can move forward into your future. I remember myself, I was angry, didn't know why, because I didn't attack those past situations to let go and not be angry. So next month, we are going to remove the anger, and I want to see you here. I want you in the place. Survivors with Voices Foundation, I need you to unlock your voice against anger because we're going to be removing the anger.
That's right. Lou Hughes, Chief Leaderologist, signing off. We got you. We'll see you next month.